Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. So, it looks like we now have the Honorless event in. We're going to check in here at Blackwood and show you what he has new for this week. Now, you want to make sure you check him weekly because he does get these time-limited events that rotate around. I went ahead and picked up the secret cache when I come in over here. Now, you can buy one from him here at St. Anne and also one from him at Talok every hour. So, that's something to keep in mind. It takes an hour for a store to reset, and you can do that. Now, if you're in World Tier 1, you can buy from here and Talok, then switch over to World Tier 2 and buy again. And every time you switch servers like that, you're going to be able to buy again. So you can potentially switch back and forth and buy, but you are spending your coup for bars on that stuff. So something to keep in mind. Now, it does look like we have the Garuda blueprint. So for those who were looking for Garuda, I know there was quite a few folks asking about it. He is now selling that, so you definitely want to make sure that you're picking that up. Looks like the Pain Piper is back in here as well, so this is decent for crew attacks. It's going to make it a little more deadly. It's also going to increase your damage by 80%, decrease incoming crew attack damage by 10%, and increase your maximum stamina by 5%. So great piece if that's something you're looking for. Now, we do have the Honorless event back in, and great news for those of you who had bloody doubloons that were unspent. It actually reaccredited the ones that I had left over, the 2872 that I had left to kind of test and see if we would get them back from the event, and we did. So that was actually pretty nice. So starting that off strong with those doubloons. So make sure you check that. If you had unspent doubloons, you should have those back. Now, the Honorless Missouri, then of course the DNC Naga, and then the Apoc. Now you can pick up missions that's going to give you the buoys that you need to spawn these fellas. Now it takes 10 buoys to spawn them. You go out to the location, pop the buoy, and it comes out. And we're going to show you where else you can pick up those buoys. Now you can buy them for pieces of 8. It seems as though they were 50 pieces of 8 per buoy, if I'm not mistaken. So it seemed like it was 500 for 10 buoys. We'll double check here. Yeah, so be 50 per buoy, 50 pieces of 8 per buoy, so you can buy those there. Or if you want to get them for free, you can do the Honorless Trio Daily. This means that you're going to pick these up and you're going to go and you're going to earn 30 buoys once you complete all 3 bosses. So that's going to give you 30 buoys. Then you have the single daily that you can run. This is the mission here that you can run. You're going to be able to go out and pop this mission here, and you're going to be running out like the Mega Corporation. One of them is DMC. The other one is going to be the Campaigning Royale as well. So these are going to be some great things to run. You're going to be able to take out these different pirates and stuff and pick up some buoys that way. So you're going to get those for free. Now you have 2 dailies that can only be done once a day. Then of course the hourly, which is going to be a nice thing to be able to run that every hour, picking those up. That's going to help you kind of cut out some of that cost, guys. So I definitely recommend that you run those as well. Now let's go back over here. Now, one of the things, if you've got all the weapons you want, now keep in mind you are typically dropping weapons out of those events. For me, at least last time, declines, they were dropping out of the Missouri. And then of course the Divine Winds were dropping from DNC Naga. And the fusing station is all I was getting out of a POC. Now, it may have been different for you, but that's what I was getting. So, not saying that's all they're going to drop, but that's typically what I was doing. Now, in World Tier 2, you're going to have a chance to drop Ascendeds. So, I dropped Ascended once at Kleins, meaning they had 1 Ascension point on them. And on the Divine Winds, I actually dropped a couple of those that had been double Ascended already when I dropped them out in World Tier 2. So, definitely worth checking out in that. Now, if you don't care if they're Ascended or not, that's up to you, man, how you want to run that. Like I say, World Tier 1, they have a different scaling, so you're going to be able to drop more bosses, increasing your chance to pick up those weapons without having to buy them. So something to think about. It's up to you how you want to do that. Now, Ascension chest, you're going to be able to get these with those bloody doubloons. They're going to have Ascension modules. There'll be 3 per chest, and then 6 upgrade parts in each chest. That costs you 150 doubloons. Now you can buy, I think it's 1 of these. Nope, it is 5. So you can buy 5 of these per hour. So there's something to keep in mind. And of course you have your different types of items that you can still pick up, rubber and your Gannett's Dent Snyder and things. Now you can make these yourselves over at the crafting station refinery. You can do that yourself. So I would recommend that. rather than spending your points on that and use that for your Ascension modules or your weapons, however you want to do it, guys. Like I say, it's up to you. It's your hard-earned currency. Spend it how you see fit. Now, I also wanted to add something on here for a lot of the new folks. If you're new to the game and you're just now becoming a Kingpin, there's been some questions about why certain folks are unable to level up their manufactories the way that I was explaining, which is where if you're running a hostile takeover on a manufactory, it should bring the level up. If you're not able to do that, let me show you why real quick on that, and then we're going to end our video here and get to playing. So, first thing, your Helm Empire, you're going to make sure that you have coercive growth. If you have that on here, this is going to allow you to bring those factories up from a level 1 all the way up to level 4 by running that. Now, if you have that and you still can't do it, it's because under each faction there is also manufacturer expansion. So this is going to let you bring it up and upgrade one here. Then it seems like there's another one here, and then another one here, and that's going to be on every faction. So now that'll be for every factory within that faction, but you have to open up those manufacturing expansions within the faction system, guys. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to upgrade those things. So that's why if you're running into some problems with it and you can't figure out, why is it not letting me bring up my levels and I have coercive growth, it's because of this right here. So you want to make sure that you follow that leg, be able to do that. Also, I do highly recommend that you get the helm done. This is going to be a great avenue for you to earn silver and even pieces of 8, mostly silver, but a lot of PO8 as well. But then of course you need to get this Helm Empire here. This is what's going to give you those high percentage things being completed. But try to get as much as you can. Now it's up to you if you want to be able to do like exotic material production and things like that. I do recommend trying to follow in to get like those dependable laborers, which luckily are along the manufacturing expansion lines as well. So your major upgrades to be able to pull in more pieces of 8, that's where that's going to be at. Then of course your other things for specialized stuff, which would be like running gear sets and making Ascension modules, etc., etc. You're going to be able to get on that other tier tree. So up to you how you want to do it, but I do recommend that you try to get those done if you can. Now we're coming into tier 2, so you want to start thinking about saving some 8s. I've been grinding out slowly some pieces of 8, but with the Honorless event back in swing, I expect I'm going to be starting to rack that back up again, because you average 150 to 200 per event here, and you should be able to knock some of these things out pretty quick. Sorry, it's over here at the Honorless. So but that's where we're at, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoyed the video.